Yes, you read that right. Tom Holland has ruined the Uncharted movie yet again.
Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, Grown Kid Talk Show. Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show.
I've made videos on this a few months ago. The Uncharted movie was supposed to release December 18th. I said it was bullshit then, and I'm going to say it's bullshit now that it's gotten pushed to not even be coming out in 2021. They start filming after Tom Holland decides to finish with his Spider-Man movie next summer. So we're not getting an Uncharted movie for what I would hope is not until 2023. But really, I hope that Tom Holland's not a part of this project. I hope Wahlberg fucking goes and Ruben Fleischer goes, because I recorded this earlier and I had to delete that footage. Ruben Fleischer is not a real movie director. I don't believe he can carry a movie. Mark Wahlberg got cast. Of course he did, because he's Tom Holland's friend. Mark Wahlberg, I'm going to give you a brief history lesson here. Mark Wahlberg originally tried out for Nathan Drake. Obviously an older, more mature Nathan Drake. I don't know if he didn't get the part or what happened there. He was no longer on the project. This is going through multiple directors. Ruben is just the latest one cast in this fiasco that is a Sony Productions Uncharted movie. And somewhere along the way, a director chatted with Tom Holland. Tom Holland said, I think we should do, or they both said, apparently from quotes, I have the videos that really go in depth with this. I will leave them at the end of this video for you to go check out. That it might be a great idea to do a young Nathan Drake. I'm going to tell you right now, no, it's not a fucking good idea to do a young Nathan Drake, because you, Tom Holland, can't play a grown-ass man in any of the fucking movies you play. I mean, at least Andrew Garfield could go from Spider-Man to a war movie and damn near win an Oscar, or did, or I don't know what fucking happened there, but he could play that kind of mature role. Tom Holland is incapable at this point in his career to elevate his game to a role in which men, boys, people who have a little bit more of a mature sentimentality want to watch. I thought Spider-Man Homecoming was tragic in that it was still Tom Holland Spider-Man boy and not Spider-Man. Let's get into this. The story is a prequel to the game, starring Tom Holland as a younger Drake, showing us details of how he came to meet and befriend Sully. We can assume that Mark Wahlberg will be playing Sullivan. Again, he might look like Sully a little bit. Not really. He's not old enough. I understand if you go with a younger Drake, therefore Sully will be older, and therefore he might really look the part. But I'm going to ask you a serious question if you're watching this video. Any good Mark Wahlberg movies you've seen recently? I understand he's good sometimes, but like, is he really someone you would really want to be Sully? Like, honestly, I don't know. But I didn't know much about this Ruben guy, so let's check out his IMDb. I am familiar with his name. You know why? Because he worked on one of the best TV shows ever, Robin Big. Then did Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory. I'm not going to talk about the other shit because his other shit sucks. He does TV show stuff. Those were his biggest successes, and they were because Rob Dyrdek was one of the biggest names for a decade. He did Zombieland Double Tap. Now, I'm a huge Zombieland fan. Well, the original. From what I heard, now I didn't see Double Tap, unfortunately. Why? Because I saw some of the reviews, and they were really kicking this movie to shit. And I was wondering, why is this movie getting kicked to shit? Like, the first one was so good. I don't understand. It's a cult classic. How do you fuck up a cult classic? Well, you fuck up a cult classic by making a sequel. Still, I think the timing of Double Tap was still good. It was such a long time after the first one. I thought it could have went over well, but it didn't. Now, we need to beg the question. Well, he was an executive producer on that. So, is this our guy when he has no real, let me say, AAA box office killer movies in his whole repertoire, spanning from, I guess it would be 2020 to before 2001. You know, not one thing that I can look at here and be like, wow, that was a box office huge success. Besides the, even now, still a cult classic, Robbin' Big. And then the upgrade to that, Dear X Fantasy Factory. I don't believe this is the guy. But let's just cut to an article to explain more of this. So, Cinema Blend, this has been out for a while. Now, there's a lot here. Now, from what I got from this is that the previous director, Dan Trachtenberg was the one I really thought was the winner there. Because Dan came in after they had already decided, I believe, that Nathan Drake should be young. But what I got here is that Tom Holland's shooting Spider-Man, and that's a priority. If you looked around the webs, we've barely heard Tom Holland speak about Uncharted. He's doing everything but talking about the movie he's starring in that isn't Spider-Man. I mean, to be fair and honest, a bad Spider-Man movie will still pull in millions and millions of dollars. So let's not talk about it's a hard act to do. It could be a bad one, and you're still going to rack in millions. Homecoming. You know, a bad Spider-Man movie will still do well. Yes, he is Spider-Man, and yes, I loved him as Spider-Boy. A young Spider-Man, loved. I'm over that, right? I'm over that story. I'm over that kind of arc. He gets one more chance to me to prove that he can be a Spider-Man. One more film. That's it to me. Otherwise, he cannot hold a Marvel Universe like a Tony Stark, a Robert Downey Jr., and I don't need to list all the other actors there who really put in the time and effort in their careers to get to the point to decide to make a superhero movie and be that leading man. Tom Holland is not able to do that yet. He's a young man. I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying he cannot right now. And I don't believe this is the last time I'm going to be talking about why this Uncharted movie will fail and why they need to scrap this and give us the movie us fans deserve.
Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show.